The night before my husband deploys to Kuwait, I stand in our living room and keep an ear open to our baby monitor. Our daughter, Elizabeth, 19 months old, is just starting to put together small sentences. I can't make them out over the scratch of the white noise machine. Something about baby owls. For many days, we've been preparing her for this moment, for the 15 months that lay ahead. Daddy loves you, I hear my husband say. I have to go bye-bye for a long time. And there's no reply, only the rocking chair's creaking rhythm going so much faster than usual. My husband, Blaine, doesn't cry. He's a Green Beret. But when he comes to the bottom of the stairs, he looks deathly. That was some sad shit, he exhales. His mouth is a squiggle. The lines around his eyes are curved a new way like parentheses. Finally, we fall into each other's arms in a weird place in the hallway, and we just sob. We can't believe this is happening. I save the rest of my tears until we're sitting in the airport parking garage. Blaine holds my hand, and knowing there's nothing left to say, says nothing. Then he goes. On the way home, I realize it's gotten cold out. It's dawn and the streets are gray and empty. Oscar Mayer's drab, prison-like packing plant towers over me at an intersection, and I think of what Blaine's quarters will be like a jail cell. It is for him that my heart is breaking. The year ahead stretches out before me like one of the Great Lakes. I know the other side is that away, right over the horizon. I just can't see it. Blaine calls every 3 or 4 days, and Elizabeth learns to do more than nod at the phone, but the transatlantic delays confuse her. Sometimes she hands the phone back to me just as Blaine's answering her, or worse, saying, I miss you. The words fall into the air, sounding so small. A few months in, Blaine makes the sweetest video from his quarters, which do look like a prison. Behind him, there's a gray locker and a porcelain basin surrounded by Elizabeth's finger paintings and snapshots. How about we sing some songs, he says, tuning his electric guitar. What song do you want to hear? He waits, and she actually answers. Twinkle, twinkle, he replies. I like that song too. I've fed him data, told him the books and songs she loves. So we create for her the illusion of conversation. How about we do some dancing, he says. Yes, she screams. What song, he asks. We got the beat, she screams. We got the beat, he says. I like that one too. He turns on a boombox and goes bonkers, dancing to the go-go's, hopping, twirling, leaping, doing the monkey, and Elizabeth is overjoyed. It's perfect, and I am so grateful. Yet I'm mad that it's all we can do. While Blaine is gone, the following things happen. Elizabeth starts speaking in sentences. She learns to ride a trike and then a bike with training wheels. Our friend is killed in Afghanistan. His wife tries to kill herself. Blaine's grandma develops dementia. Elizabeth grows 6 inches and moves out of her crib. She potty trains herself and regresses. She pees in the floor vents and draws on the walls. She learns the alphabet and how to count to 20. We plant a lot of dahlias, which bloom and die. I get a little crush on some guy doing construction across the street. I don't even think about masturbating, not once. I keep having to regroup, to remember where it was this family was going. Treading water is hard. At every turn, I feel Blaine's absence. There's a photograph of me in a party hat at Elizabeth's 2nd birthday, singing with her on my lap. In it, I'm wondering where my camera is, wondering if anyone's getting this for Blaine. My sweater's a bright, happy green like a sports drink, making me look that much more weathered, which I am. It's been only 4 months, and already I am run down by having to memorialize it all for my husband, by having to do it all for my daughter, by that cold, miserable lake that goes on forever in front of me. Every time the camera clicks or the camcorder beeps, I know we're not really living our lives. More than halfway into the deployment, Elizabeth and I are at a local gym for toddler playtime. She hates leaving, and I know it will end in a theatrical mess, but I go anyway. See, more than she does, I need things like the gym and the zoo and the petting farm. They're my stepping stones. I need them in order to keep my child happy enough, occupied enough to not break me. But when open gym ends, it happens. Screaming and kicking, she clamps onto a fistful of my hair and pulls, and my stress and anger suddenly boil into a fierce wrath. I get in her face and shake my finger so close to her nose that I can feel her breathe. I get in her face, I growl that she will never come back to this gym. Never. During our drive home, I scream terrible things. She laughs. She sings. I feel like a freight train barreling out of control, and I tell her to shut up. I fantasize about slapping her. I think I want to make her cry, to show me that she gets it, or maybe to make me stop what I'm doing. At home, I sent her to the bottom of the stairs, to the naughty step, and I go into the bathroom to splash water on my face. I look old. I don't think I've brushed my teeth for days. I scrunch up my face to see how I look when furious, to see what my child just saw. And such a feeling of self-loathing comes over me that I want to punch that mirror. I think of my daughter's small body in my arms 6 weeks before Blaine deployed, and of the way I cried when I nursed her that last time, not wanting to wean her while her daddy was gone, not sure she could take that much loss all at once. I knew then that I would have to love her in an imperfect world that deals with difficult choices that sometimes feel not like choices at all. But I had no idea it would be like this. When I go to her, I know she's been crying. She's so much smaller than she'd seemed just a half hour earlier. I sit on the naughty step with her where I belong and tell her I'm sorry. I try to explain, but I can't. She's only 2.5. She needs to throw tantrums. It's her right to laugh when Mom gets mad. She's supposed to draw on the walls and forget how to use the potty. I always love you, I tell her. Even when you're naughty, even when I'm naughty, I always love you. We sit for a while, holding hands and looking out at that cold lake ahead of us, me knowing we are running out of stepping stones, and her somehow still trusting when I say the other side is out there and that we're really almost to it. Thank you.